Welcome back, Redeemers, and thank you for joining us again. I'm Curtis.
I'm Nick.
I'm Nas.
I'm here.
He's here. And today we're getting into Monster X.
Gambler.
So without further ado, let's get right into it.
Yep.
He's mad.
I was helping Nick out.
Another one, boss.
I can't afford to break that. I actually like this keyboard.
Oh my God.
We know nothing about this group.
It
It
fits
fits
my
fresh
aesthetic.
reaction from all of us.
I don't know about y'all.
I like the way that composition
this is not
started.
so fresh for me.
Oh, okay.
I'm lying, of course. I've never seen this. I like it already. That groove is nasty, yo.
I like that.
Liking the flow. We got a guitar for Nas.
If they take this beat where I think they're going to, they did. All right.
That beat progression.
I like this.
That was nasty. That transition back into the beat. I haven't done this in a while, but
Let me download this too.
Yeah.
I like that. Let me show you how I bang. That's my favorite part. Let me show how I bang. Ew.
nice. And dropping everything out and letting that bass rock.
I like it.
So like Mike could have been on this.
Yeah.
Nigga,
Hold
then
up,
they
hold
get
up,
off
hold
in
up, hold
separate
up, hold up.
cars and they peel off into the sunset.
Setting up a cinematic universe.
Like Marvel.
They definitely are.
Yeah.
Everyone going their separate ways.
Stay tuned for the next show. It's probably the label. This was amazing. It was dope. This kind of was fresh energy.
Yeah.
Felt like Mike vibe. Like Mike could have been on this.
This might be, I don't think it's a hot take. I don't even think it's a lukewarm take. This is probably the best thing we didn't heard all weekend. Because
probably I'm trying. I literally was trying to think of what.
no. I give everybody their time to let that process. But as far as like, and we've seen some dope ass videos. But how many times have we said over this weekend that the video's crazy, but the song doesn't hit for me? This shit hits. This shit hits like a motherfucker. I fucks with it. I definitely does. That beat progression, Kurt hit it right on the head. Fire. And this was one of the songs where I could hear it coming in, and I'm like, I wonder if they're going to take it where I think they're going to take it. And they did. Not only did they, but they exceeded it. Yeah, I'm all in. You see me pick up my phone and downloaded it. I think Nick downloaded it. My mic's running away from me, but that's fine. Like this, and it had like the heist movie, like Ocean's 11-esque type feel to it.
Casino Royale.
Yeah, I was thinking Casino Royale too, especially when he said like when he was talking to the dude across the table. It was dope. It was dope. I don't want
This
to
is how
ramble.
I bang. I like that. Like I love that. Yeah, it is. A suit is black. My suit is fresh. Yeah, I like all that.
I like this. I think the one thing that stuck out to me about this song, from a visual standpoint, was the colors. I like how they incorporated the red and had it go back and forth between the black and white. But as far as the music, this song had a thump to it. Like, if you weren't vibing to this song to some degree, you weren't listening. And I like that it matched as far as the choreography just from us watching the music video. But even if we weren't watching the music video, this song had a thump to it that you couldn't ignore. And I like that element to songs, especially when the look of it was one thing. It's got this smooth, it's got this classy, elegant look to it. But man, if I was to turn this song on in the car, it's just like you're automatically like, you know where this is going. And I like that. So yeah, I think this song right here is definitely, I downloaded it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I'm adding this to the playlist.
What
Absolutely.
about you, Kurt?
Yeah, I definitely got to download this.
So you didn't?
As soon as my eyes are always focused. I'm messing with you, but it was like the way that the video started. It opened on one of those notes, just the black and white, low angle shot, someone presumably being like kidnapped or something, like just like it started with a good intrigue visually, but when the beat came in, that beat must have switched up easily 5 times. So that progression kept the song constantly with a kinetic energy that I loved. I did really enjoy the whole how they played on the casino heist kind of angle, so it was visually intriguing, but the song is what hit the hardest for me as well. And the fact that they did what they did with, they were switching seamlessly between English and, like that's something that's just, like, they did that without losing any momentum in the song, still hitting the beat. As much as the beat switched, they never felt like they were off, and the song was just had such a great energy to it that even if you weren't listening to the context of it, it would get your energy going.
To piggyback off you real quick, and I hope I'm not cutting you off.
No, you're good.
When you said the beat switched 5 times, so we've heard songs where the beat switched, and the engineer or the producer would switch out the wrong parts. So like, it would be like, oh yeah, this is why they stop it? Why didn't they keep it moving? Like, there was a couple songs where we would look to and like, damn, that was dope. Why didn't, like, that's what got me drawn in. Like, why did you stop that part? Nah, they knew the assignment. Like, that bass thumping, that constant doom, doom.
Yeah.
They didn't touch that at all. If anything, they added more or they dropped everything out, and that's what you heard. Like, they knew exactly what we were here for. They knew what was going to grab our attention, and they stuck with it. They didn't back off of it. They didn't try to get too pretty or too fancy. They just kept it nasty, and I think that's what made this song kind of hit. Because if they had dropped that bass out or kind of played with that a little bit, I think our attention might have dwindled a little bit at some point in the song. But they kept that.
It's a good song when they introduce a guitar, and they took away the guitar later on, and it
nobody
didn't disappoint Nas at all.
Also, y'all outside the beat too, like they rap line was nasty too. Like obviously it seems to be almost on brand now with all the stuff that like the vocalists are strong, the rappers are good. At this point, it just seems to us, I guess, what stands out a little bit more.
Yeah.
And definitely felt like something that made you, I don't know, this beat made me want to fucking punch on something.
Yeah.
For Nas, make you want to lift. It was a good job.
One thing too, for sure, is the fact that like I feel like we're almost getting spoiled, or something that isn't used to us, perhaps, or at least me, as much, listening to mostly, music over here. But all the vocals are all amazing. They all hit incredible high notes. The rap line is crazy, and it's so consistent between so many different groups. And it's just like, that's opening like a whole new world.
It's like they actually put pride in their music instead of just, what is the catchiest shit we can throw on a hot beat that will get people to listen and buy our record. Mumble rap. So, I think that...
I blame consumers, though, not artists.
I definitely agree, because they're going to get away with whatever they allow you to get away with. We see it all at work all the time. Look, man, if you gonna let me get away with doing 4 instead of 12, then fuck it, I'm doing the 4 and I'm skating.
Yeah, even like movies, like if you look at Fast and Furious, like they don't care. It's just it's bringing in $1 billion every single time.
Every time.
So let me ask y'all, because you mentioned how they're giving us something. Basically, they're giving us something different that we don't have here.
Quality, consistent quality.
Consistently.
Find it difficult to listen to newer artists over here?
No.
Yes, for me. I've had a problem listening to newer artists for probably like the last 10 years. I'm a skeptic when it comes to new artists over here.
I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm not saying
I think your question really varies on which particular genre you're talking about. Like my father, he always told me hip-hop is a young man's game. So generally, the music that's hip-hop based and stuff are more club bangers, things that you would listen to if you were out and about. If you're not out and about no more, and music ain't catering to you or anything. If you like pop music, that sound doesn't really change much, to me at least. Most of the times you have good vocals and a good drop, and that's the only thing you probably really care about. So I think that question is really just going to be based on what type of music you're into.
I'll admit,
I would argue from a terminology standpoint. I think hip-hop is ageless. I think rap is a young man's game. Because it's usually about the now. Where hip-hop can be wisdom. We've seen that in like, the old...
I would argue some of the best rappers are still the older artists.
Well, that's true. But a lot of the music can be seen as hip-hop. Like Nas will probably be seen as hip-hop over a rapper. He'll probably prefer to be seen that way as well. Jay-Z would probably prefer to be seen as a hip-hop artist over a rapper.
So, watch this question. Who's the best rapper out right now to you?
Out right now? Define out right now.
Like a little, like still.
Well, I mean, I'm saying like Nas is still putting out music, and he's one of my favorites.
You?
I'd say Nas.
I don't necessarily have one.
You talking about bar for bar, like bars?
All around bars.
And by the way, I mean
like
Nas, not
makes
Little Nas.
music. It could be club bangers. It could be regular stuff.
Yeah, you really do got to specify.
You do,
because I feel like if you talking about something like that, I don't think you can leave out certain names. But it depends on. I
said outside right now, y'all. Like outside. Like I can hear him if I go to a club. I can hear him anywhere.
Oh, probably Tory.
Oh yeah,
Drake.
So every answer y'all just said ain't even the popular street answer or regular hip hop answer for right now. Y'all didn't mention Lil Baby. Y'all didn't mention Dirk. And those kind of are. But you see where I'm going with this? It's just like
I see the point you're making.
It's that kind of.
It's definitely
game.
subjective.
To tell you the truth,
subjective.
Back to the question that you had initially asked. I would say like I mostly tune in to hip hop or rap. Like that's like most what I listen to. But if it was like as far as newer artists, I'm usually the person that hears something from someone and says like, or hears them say, this person is like, different from what everyone else is doing. Because there's, at least nowadays, a lot of it seems as though it's like everyone's trying to fit like a very particular mold.
Cookie cutter.
That when someone stands out from that mold, it draws my attention more.
Another great question for y'all would have been, when was the last new artist y'all heard that y'all like? It was Doja Cat for me, as weird as that is.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, not looked.
Truth?
No, like she actually got bars and everything too.
Do you mean over here or mean
over here?
Over here. I was gonna say because like if we're talking about K-pop, I mean.
Man,
That's kind of tough.
that is.
Because like some of the artists that I really vibed with, I don't think they're considered new. They're definitely not considered new.
Well,
Yeah, I
new
would
was going to
agree.
be one of those things. Like we were listening to Designer earlier with Panda, and my New York homies had told me when we were listening to it, like, nah, that had already been out for a year or two.
Hold on.
So
Pop Smoke.
yeah, but I mean,
Definitely.
is he a new
Absolutely.
artist? Well, rest up.
I mean, I'll say when you're talking about what, like the last.
And I love Pop Smoke.
What? Okay,
I can
so
consider
what
him-
sets Pop Smoke apart? Because his bars ain't earth shattering.
Nah, when
His
you look
voice.
at
His
his
voice,
His voice.
Beat selection.
He added something that was more unique to drill, to at least to me.
Dog.
If you ask me, he
And
added
his
something that was a bit
albums
more
are
unique to drill.
dope.
His albums are pretty dope.
his albums are dope.
there's-
So are we listening to his albums? And I'm not. This is not a Pop Smoke shit session.
It
This
sound like
is-
one.
this is-
Rest in peace.
Don't do that. but like I've asked you this question before, even when he was alive. Like, what is it that people gravitate toward? And it's the same question I have when it comes to when people like 6ix9ine. What is it the fuck that y'all
We're
gravitate
talking
toward?
about two different elements.
Well, no, because people love Pop Smoke because of his energy. So when I ask people why do you like 6ix9ine, it's the same answer.
When I was
because
a fan,
of his
it was
energy.
because of energy. Energy, I think, and I had that conversation with Lo, is a big thing though. I can't, and I was when we was arguing with Lo, you can't never tell nobody how music makes someone else feel. If someone tells you, no, I felt that in my soul, who am I to tell you, no, you didn't?
I'm gonna tell you
And
to get some
also,
more soul because
another
apparently your
reason
shit's
too-
fucked up.
If you watch like movies or anything like that, you get 2 hours at least to invest in something. Songs, you get maybe 3 minutes, 3.5 if you're lucky.
I argue you might get
So
10
it's
seconds.
harder. Yeah, so it's hard to get someone to shift that emotion. If someone's sad and then that you play an upbeat thing,
All right, so
it might not resonate as well.
If you want to look at somebody like Pop Smoke, I think it's more so what a lot of times you see, you find these artists when you're out. I know for me, like a lot of times I find these artists when I'm out in the bar or the club.
When you stumble across them.
Yeah.
My brother was up in upstate New York, so he had heard about Pop Smoke before
Before we heard
shit
them.
got crazy.
Right.
And he was like, dog, you got to check this dude out. Listen, this brother was on one. Like, before people knew who he was, he brought something to the table that got you out your seat.
All the new artists I like, y'all probably would hate. Y'all probably would hate NBA Youngboy, NLE Chopper, all of them. Probably would be all artists like
For
that y'all
me,
probably
it's not even someone that's like necessarily newer, but just someone who doesn't get the exposure I think they deserve.
Token.
No.
So, you know,
No.
he's another new
I
one.
do agree.
He's
though.
another
I do
new one that
agree.
I didn't know about.
I would say for me, Chris Rivers, Big Pun's son. That man is such
I
a
don't know.
lyricist.
For me, it's like don't insult my intelligence by just having a nice flow of saying absolutely fucking nothing over a dope beat and then try to push it on me like I'm just supposed to
Listen,
love
people
this
get
shit.
away
It all depends on what
And
you're
they do
trying
get
to
away
say.
with it.
Nah.
But I'm not
thing
one of
is,
those
though,
people.
yeah,
I
and
need
I
some
try to
substance.
separate that in my mind as well too. Like if I know something is like being pushed out so the most amount of people can see it, I understand that. But then if I dig further and there's still no depth, then that's something that
But
bothers
that's
me.
why
You know what's
the
funny?
question is
I
because-
made that statement, but I still like All Go to Everything by Trinidad James. So
Because it's the energy.
But yeah,
I just like
sometimes-
that line, yo.
yeah,
Pop
sometimes
Molly,
it's
I'm
just
sweating.
just a vibe.
But that's why
Yeah,
I
take
asked
it
that
slow,
question.
Yeah, absolutely.
I asked that question because when you listen to some of these songs, even when you go back, and it's like a lot of times we're reacting to it. Sometimes we don't really look at the lyrics, but some of these songs, like when you broke down Digita, you broke that down, Give It to Me, stuff like that. A lot of times you gravitate towards those songs because of what's being said, regardless of the beat. It speaks here, so that's why I'm saying, like, when you hear some of these artists overseas come out with these lyrics, and we know what the beats sound like, and they're dope. That's why I said, like, yo, do y'all have a difficult time? Because we know how rap is here. And sometimes it's a lot of crust, no filler.
And I gotta be honest too, it audibly I think sounds better to me listening to something in a foreign language, only because I feel like English, I feel like the syllable structure is like harder to come by, where I feel like
It's
you
like
get
watching
so
anime
many
sub and
intersyllable
dub.
rhyme schemes in the rap line overseas.
And for whatever reason, their language holds more emotion. So like
It does.
So like people are like, oh, I don't watch dub, I like sub. And I'm like, well, it's the same thing. Not when you watch it, because those words come across completely different. Those screams, that emotion comes across completely different. That these, the voice
I'd rather get the
actors in
real
America
emotion
can't
than the synthetic thing that I'll understand.
Yeah, we're gonna table this convo though, y'all, because we probably can really rap about music stuff for like an hour. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Patreon, thank y'all for putting us on this, because it
Monsta X.
Thank you for all the support.
Yo, if y'all know any more Monsta X tracks that are like fire like this, please don't hesitate to like put them in the comments or hashtag us. Redeemers, we're doing that one. Hashtag Redeemers. As far as what is a dope song by them, so we can kind of get a look at it and react to it for you.
Yeah, y'all know the vibes,
and
man.
myself.
Just fill us up with all the information that they have. What's the fandom that they have? Tell us everything about them, and I'm pretty sure we'll be reacting to some more of them. So we're gonna holler at y'all.